Good morning, I'm Richard Dyer. This is our product. It's a Surfsol chemical. It breaks down different paraffins. We have three different kinds of paraffins. We have black Utah paraffin. We have East Texas, real waxy paraffin, and West Texas, it's real hard paraffin. This is the West Texas paraffin. We'll show you what, we have to cut this off. With a hacksaw, just that it's solid. And what we'll do is we're going to put a little bit of this product in, about 10 milliliters, and in each one of these jars, and then we're going to add conditioned water. These are conditioners. The conditioned water adds electrons, puts the fluid in state of equilibrium, and helps break down the bonds of the paraffin. So it's a mechanical chemical combination. Surfsol chemical takes solvents and make the solvents water soluble and acids oil soluble. And at the same time, it works as a cleaning agent. You pump it down the backside of the well, then put the well in circulation for 24, 48 hours, and the whole fluid in the annular volume becomes a cleaning agent, as you'll see here in a minute. We'll put the three samples in the jars before we add the product. This comes right out of the wells. This is what plugs up and retards the production. First one we're doing here is the Utah black paraffin. It's from Vernal, Utah area. It's 8,000 foot well. Now we just, like that, you can already see where we're having start to break down. Now we'll add water. This is just tap water. Then we'll just shake this up. It's at ambient temperature. And this is what you'd be doing for 24 or 48 hours, is circulating the well. This is just a matter of a few minutes. We'll let that set there for about 2 minutes, and then we'll shake it again. But all the oil is already getting back into solution, and you have breakout on top. But it'll totally dissolve everything. Normal well situation, we use 25 gallons of the product, 250 gallons of water, conditioned water. This is the same oil that's been sitting for over a month. The water is clear and the oil's still liquid, and it's gone down to temperatures of in the mid 40s. So now we'll do the next one. We'll come over here and do the West Texas. We have experimented in over 50 samples. If I showed you my back room, there are hundreds of samples back there. This works just as good in asphaltenes as it does in paraffin. And we use this one. Show you that it's the same. It's good water. It's conditioned. You can see what happens if it circulates for 24 hours. I have to set up a little bit longer than that one. This is East Texas. This is really waxy. If your well's plugged up, your production's dropped off drastically. In the wells we've done in Texas, the last ones we've done, we get on an average between 5 and 6 times more production out because they're just plugged perforations. As you can see, there's not a whole lot of you can see the paraffin breaking down in the West Texas one now. That'll start breaking the bonds. I just shake it up. It's not hot. Our reservoir temperature in most of these wells is anywhere from about 130 degrees up to about 220 degrees. But I've made them that. The reaction time's just a lot faster. This is only a matter of minutes. And if you let it set and work, it'll start dissolving all these. And it will break it all the way down. This not only will clean up the wells, get back to somewhat of your IOP, the initial production. It'll last anywhere from, we've had from 3 months to 9 months to a year. And where you increase production. And you don't need a rig when you do this because you're just circulating it on the backside. Your operating costs are a lot less. Whereas you bring in a rig, you have tremendous expense of the rig just coming in, plus the cleaning, plus the chemicals. And this is also acid soluble, and it makes the acid, HCl, use muriatic acid. It makes it oil soluble, so it can go in and break down the calcium carbonates at the same time that the solvent's working on dissolving the paraffins or asphaltenes. Been a couple minutes now, and you can see that the breakdown of the solid paraffins in the West Texas and the East Texas, which is the toughest. It's almost pure wax. And then the paraffin in the Utah product, you have a good base, and it will stay that way, like this, which is the same. Good water oil separation, and it will also help drop your solids. When it goes through the system, you put it back on production after circulating for 24, 48 hours. It'll go back through the system. It'll help clean the lines. It'll help clean the free water knockouts, the heater treaters, whatever. And then the tanks. It also helps drop the solids and oil water separation. Yeah, other uses are cleaning facilities. We have foaming units. Here is a foaming unit we use to inject. We use for cleaning tanks. We use for cleaning tanks and downhole injections. This is good for cleaning disposal wells, saltwater or freshwater disposal wells, where in the oil industry or any industry that they need to dispose of the water, the contaminants, usually from the tanks, are found in the same composition of hydrocarbon paraffin or asphaltenes or a combination of those, and scale. It opens up well we did not long ago was 1,200 pounds. It was up against its pressure limits. We put 25 gallons of the product down it. We dropped down to 750 pounds, and that's 6 hours of soaking and then back to injection. And it met all their limits for the rate of injection. Matter of fact, it by about 300 barrels a day over that. Also, like I was saying, in Montana, in Sydney, Montana, we looked at a facility that handles all the frac fluids, all the drilling cuttings, all the tank bottoms, and those from all the oil facilities, all the fluids that they want to dispose of. They use presses and separation and tank separation. We went in there and ran a cold test, and out of the presses, we recovered 40% increase in oil just from after they'd gone through the complete treatment, an extra 40% oil out of the solids. And we ran a cold test at ambient temperature up there. It was pretty cold. We worked at about 40 degrees, and it separated all the solids, all the oil, and the water oil were clean interphases, and all the oil came to the top, all the solids to the bottom, and the water in the middle, just like it's supposed to. And that was at a cold phase when it normally runs at 150 degrees. So it saves a bunch of money on heating. And in our experience, we have treated over 15,000 wells. There are a certain number, we're about 70% success rate. There are mechanical problems that we have no control over, and the formation. So those are just damaged, and there's nothing we can do about those. But of the 70%, we increase the production drastically and clean up the wells and get more oil out of the ground. These are all patented, formulations patented, the applications are patented, and the tools are patented that we use this. But this is a mechanical and a chemical process at work. If you need information on this product or to purchase a product, you can visit our website